I started breeding, and I said to my dad, what you have is totally not interesting. So we're looking for new blood. So he traveled with me to Belgium, to France. We bought Lugano Flugel, that was the top combination. We had Almain mares, and later on we start traveling to Holstein. And we bought a lot, but after 5, 10, 15 years, they were not healthy, or not jumping, or bad character, or too small, or name it. So it was a bad investment. But his line still developed, and more horses out of that line show the results. And they came here and they asked my dad's breeding, not my breeding, my dad's breeding. So the most successful now is still my dad's breeding. And we have them in different lines, but one dam line, different lines. And you see that they are here having so much interior. We don't use thoroughbred. They're getting too hot. And riders don't need to ride them in a German way. They need to ride them more in the American way and soft. But when they go, they go. And when we start them free jumping, otherwise, others you see them waiting in the corner or this, but they all go from the beginning. And that's character and willing and durability and hardness. And that's something you get over generations. Total, we breed about 20 160 horses, but under it, more and more are coming with 140, 145. And that's good for us. So for me, it's more important to have a mare that's having offspring that they are all in sport, than at least just one doing the 160 and 9 or 10 folds more, not seeing them in sport anywhere. So that's a bit our criteria. The same we do with searching for stallions. When we're going to use a stallion, and mostly young stallions, we take the same criteria. So also I want to get information from the mom, from the grandma, from the great-grandma. I want information from the siblings, and then I choose to use a 5, 6 or 7-year-old stallion to make stronger progress to breed that more modern showjumper. I see a stallion as an extension from a dam line. So that's the reason that I sometimes choose for a young stallion, but then I want to know everything about that young stallion. For example, McLean Ward is now riding one from George Set, and that was the first year he was covering mares, and everyone was saying, oh, he's too young, but I know the line and the whole line, and I saw him jumping, and he was not approved at the BWP, and later on he was approved at Sangerside, but I liked the stallion. He was eager and working. So we have now some in our breeding, 5 and 6 year olds, and the rest are waiting till the stallion himself is going Grand Prix. But I want to be a part
Of the
in
first.
the earlier stage.
Young mare having the second foal, and that's already the 10th generation. Yeah. But when we had Tokyo 2020, we had from one mare 2 show jumpers over there, so that was good. Poker the Mariposa, and then Casago Toulon. It's also 9 generations homebred. Yeah, we have 6 Akenix mares. And
What do you like so much about him?
yeah, his performance himself. But Gute Sitte was one of the best mares ever in the 70s, 80s with Erik Wouters. And it's all offspring of that mare. So it's a big family, but it's unbelievable how many sport horses coming from him. And super mind, strong hind leg, strong body. So interested to have 6 mares at the moment.
And you all like them a lot.
Yeah,
The mares.
yeah,
The mares are
yeah,
really good.
yeah. They get their chances. We start them. We start riding them. Jossa's already having one in the 130, but it's promising. So that's the stallion, the Kazam, and that's Kazam. Kazan is Balobé, Heartbreaker, and then mom is Corland. Carolus, Hold Up, Cash, Nimmerder, Burggraaf, La Mexico, Uron. So that's also 9 generations born here. But when he's on show, there is lots of demand on the horse, and it's a very talented horse. So there is a young stallion in Canada at the moment called Picobello. And Picobello is by United Touch out of Dinken, Toulon. And this is the mum. She's doing the 135 now, ready for the 140. It's an unbelievable mare. And the mum is in Wellington for the 4th or 5th year already, doing the 140, the 145. So the line is unbelievable. They are in sport and they are long in sport. I show you later on a picture over there, a photo. We have pedigrees and photos. And one mare called Una Bella, she started sport at 6 and ended up when she was 19 winning a 2-star in Italy. So 13 years in a row in sport, and that's telling something. That's a shaman, born here, sold, and but still in training with Josta, also ready for the 140. And we had a lot of good horses from shaman. It combined very well with the Bellamy's. So we're happy to have some mares in our breeding, but the mares are already grandma. So we're going further with the further generation, next generation. This is my favorite, Donna. Is by Favorite Ask. Favorite Ask is a full brother to Elvis de Putte. And her dad is approved in Denmark. The mom is a Grand Prix horse by Carrera, ridden by Michael van der Vleuten. And then originally the line is from It's Otto. So we have a lot of sport horses from that line. So all we have here and still breeding, we have them for more generations. Dittorio-S, from her we will have the first foal this year by Tattoo. This is my favorite.
Why?
She's still laughing at me, but special interior and great offspring of her, but doing things so easy, so very easy. So I have big hopes for her.
What's the lineage of this one again?
Capitol line. So we call it Holsteiner line 170. Agonix mare, typical Bellamy. So the model is a bit like great grandma herself. Not a modern horse, but she's having so much blood. It's unbelievable. She and have her first foal, but typical to when you use Agonix is also a bit old-fashioned in type. The whole family is a bit old-fashioned with Darko, and then you see it back in generations, and you have a mare like this. The photos and the pedigrees. So all the mares in spot here, and the best mares will have her own plate. Isabel is also in the States, did the 150 with Fred Jr. here, and last year, even with a very young girl, she was competing again at the age of 19 or 20. Yeah, but that's the future. They need to have length and size and blood. And also from an amateur, when you sit on a horse that's scopy, you get confident and you do your thing. That's what they do. They need to react, and they do. Nisabel, by Agonix this year. And then the mum is the Verdi, eh?
Number 17.
Yeah. And that's typical for the whole line. When you lead them here and you put them here in the middle and you walk and you look. But when you sit on it, and it definitely need to go on the show, then you see the interior is working for you. But in the stable and in normal duties, she's very normal and very good behaving. So the mom over there, Zabel, is the great grandma of her at the top. This is Poker de Mariposa, Poker Casago Toulon, also Bellamy, and in foal to Zero Blue. Had a very nice colt last year by Zero Blue, and I think that's shoots very good. She's having size and length, and that's a bit what Zero Blue needs. But Zero Blue, when you see him jumping, it's unbelievable what a horse with those genetics is able to. He jumps so loose in his body and is having a lot of scope. So for me, very interesting. And then Sarah and Fine Sarah behind it, a lot of performance. The grandma of Zero Blue won the Hamburger Derby, so there's a lot of performance. Oh.
All of them.
Yeah. The first case, they all want to train them up to the approvals. So also good X-rays and good free jumping, and when they choose for it, and otherwise they geld it and start as a 4-year-old with sport horses. But last year we sold 7 colts to the US, and all to clients that have horses from us. Yeah.
Impressive. All those generations.
And you can follow on Instagram and on Facebook, and when you see the results, and there is an S, there are more S horses in the world, but it's interesting to see on horse dealers if they come from here.
Bellamy is the Mexico mare, that is the base mare for your breeding actually.
The line increased in quality, and the sport horses came, and now we are 30, 35 years further, and the best line is still his line. And how come? The character over generations and the willing, beside of a not super modern model, but the character and the willing is there. And now over several branches, most of the success is this line.
Well, that's quite clear. Let's look into the different horses that you bred. I've pictured 2 as an example. One is Una Bella here, jumping in France at a 5-star event. It is by Calvados, Libero, and then Burghoff. So if you look at these steps that you've taken all the way, why did you choose these stallions?
Yeah, Calvados, the mentality and bringing some scope into the line.
Calvados was a 160 jumper with Peter Gering.
Yeah, and with Una Bella, she started with 6, and she was in sport for 13 years, and when she was 19, she was able to win a 2-star in Italy. And our experience is the best mares with the best performance bring us still the best results. And
that's why you bring most of your mares ook in sport.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, all of them.